Wise guys. Wise guys. Wise guys. These guys know sports. Yeah. These guys know sports. These guys know.
Hey everybody, welcome to Wise Guys. These guys know sports. Usually I'll be sitting here with my guy Trey Larkins, but unfortunately he's dealing with a family emergency, and we want to send him our prayers. You know, our prayers for Mr. Larkins, man. And we still gonna get the show packed going though. So we go keep it moving. But before I do that, remember everybody follow Wise Guys on Facebook at Wise Guys and Instagram Wise Guys, These Guys Know Sports, and Twitter Wise Guys _08. And don't forget to subscribe to our Facebook page at our YouTube page. Follow me, our Wise Guys, man. But we're gonna have a jam pack today. We're gonna be talking about the impact of Jamal Adams trade to Seattle Seahawks. We're also still gonna be talking about Lou Williams' decision of leaving out the bubble to go get something to eat. We're also gonna talk about the pandemic, how it's been affecting all these sports. But before we get this show on, I want to bring on a special guest. He looks intelligent, and he's smart, he's brilliant, and he's an OG compared to me. He's a 49ers fan, and he's a big NBA fan. So everybody, put your hands up. Ready, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Christian Bradley. Oh, snap.
What's going on?
How you
doing? Oh, absolutely.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm amazing. I cannot complain. Had a great workout.
Same.
Great workout. Shout out to my guys, Mo Stewart, Motown Fitness for the workout, for the boxing workout before I got here. I had to rush home, get ready for this show. Been really excited about it all day. I'm honored to be on the show. So I really appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, man. Hey, we appreciate you coming on the show, man. And even though Trey, he's dealing with a family emergency, we would love for him to be on the show.
I would love for it too.
we would love for him to be on the show, but unfortunately, he had a family emergency. But the show gonna go on, man. So we gonna have some fun, man. It's gonna be me and you. It's gonna be me and you, man. So I might learn something new. But
you know what? I'm all about teaching.
Hey, me personally, I'm all about giving my opinion, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm not wrong, we're gonna get it on all through the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
First off, Mr. Bradley, man, let's start off with the trade that happened on Saturday. So on Saturday afternoon, the New York Jets traded star safety Jamal Adams to the Seattle Seahawks in your rival Seattle Seahawks.
My division.
You know what? Yeah, and you wanna know what's crazy? The Seahawks gave him 2 first-round picks, the 2021 and 2020, plus a 2021 third-round pick.
Yes, sir.
And all Seattle, all the Jets, that's what the Jets received. But what Seattle got back was a 4th-round pick. Well, I still think it's valuable. I still think it's valuable. But my first question is to you, though, man. What was your first reaction when you knew Jamal Adams was coming over to the NFC West with Seattle?
Well, 2 things. They mortgaged their future to get him. He's a rental. I mean, he's 2 years? You got to pay him.
Yeah.
And
3.
Is he 3? Okay. So, he's probably going to opt out on the second year, right? He's going to want more money if he's performing. That's the first thing I thought about. Right. Second thing, they just got him to stop George Kittle. That's the reason why they got him. Jamal Adams is he's a guy they put 9 in the box. They want to stop the run. And this is why I wore my quarterback's jersey today. My quarterback, for some reason, is probably the most hated quarterback in the NFL. I mean, he gets hated on because I don't understand why. I don't get why he gets hated on as much as he gets hated on. But they got him for that reason to stop George Kittle, to make Garoppolo go to other weapons. Debo obviously is out, you know what I'm saying, probably until October. But I got a guy for you that was going to make a lot of noise this year. Listen to the guy. Listen to this name, Jalen Hurd. Jalen Hurd's gonna make a lot of.
Oh yeah,
Jalen Hurd's gonna have a breakout year this year. 6'3", 220, came out of Colorado. He used to be an H back. He's gonna be. He's a load. He used to be a running back. He's a load. Kendrick Bourne is gonna come out and have a really good year this year.
He's good. I like Bourne. He's good in the slide.
He's a great receiver. He learned a lot from Emmanuel Sanders last year. So we got some weapons.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like now for my reaction from this trade though, I looked at it like, wow, Seattle is their defense, the Legion of Boom is coming back, but it's 2.0. I feel like, I was thinking to myself like, man, this the Seattle, they're being more competitive, but I still believe San Francisco got the better defense because they got a good pass rush compared to Seattle's pass rush, which was not good last season.
Not at all.
And I ain't gonna say not at all, but it was good. It was good. Like Jadeveon Clowney, he had like the most hits on the team, but he only had 3.5 sacks. But
he underachieved.
Yeah, but for this trade though, I think it's a win-win on both sides though. Like for the Jets, because they got enough picks like to get their star players back, in the draft, or maybe they can trade them off. And for Seattle, like they in playoff contending. They still playoff contending, and they're still a good football team in the AFC West. I kind of believe AFC West. It can be a 4. It's gonna be a battle because you got Arizona coming up, and then LA Rams. I think they're good, but at the same time, they're not on like the Cardinals level or not the Niners or the Seahawks. The AFC West is still probably the most watched division right now, in my opinion.
NFC West. You mean NFC West?
Yeah, NFC West. Yeah, NFC West. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think that's probably the most watched division for this season. If everybody don't opt out. Yeah.
So I gotta disagree with you as far as the Rams being in the same conversation as my Niners, and so is Arizona. Arizona made a good move. Obviously, we had a tough time with them last year. 2 games we played them. First game, and actually, again, talking about quarterback, Jimmy made 2 great throws. 2 games against Arizona. He made the throw to Emmanuel Sanders in the tight window. He made the throw to Jeff Wilson on the all-out blitz to seal the game with 30 seconds left of the game. We're tied up after we're down 16-0. I mean,
we're still gonna get to Jimmy.
I think that that Arizona's a good team, but then it'll be 9-7. I think Seattle mortgaged their future to get Adams.
Yeah.
I think they still got holes in their offensive line they got to fix. Russell Wilson makes that team go. I mean, how many times last year we watched Russell Wilson play? You know what I'm saying? And just pull a rabbit out of his hat. I mean, I love Russell Wilson as a person and as a player. It might be sacrilege as a 49er fan, but
he's been carrying that team, man.
He's been carrying them. I mean, he's just making that team go.
Like almost a decade. Like it was a point in time. He was the leading rusher, though. He was the leading rusher for the team.
Yeah.
But I think now my next question to you though, Christian. My next question will be like, is the Seattle Seahawks the biggest threat for you guys in the NFC West?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, again, because Russell Wilson and they're going to play against the 12s. I'm not nervous. I mean, Arizona's coming. Arizona's definitely coming.
I've been hearing a lot of Arizona talk.
Arizona's coming. They got better. LA, I think I'm not gonna say Jared Goff and McVay were exposed last year, but their team needs a running game. I mean, everything goes off of the running game. I don't think McVay was that innovative towards the middle to end of the year last year. I think I won't say he's exposed, but I will definitely say that teams definitely figured out the Rams last year. Not to mention, you don't run Todd Gurley, which probably was hurt most of the year. And obviously, that takes offense.
The Rams, though, in my opinion, I feel like they took a step back because
I agree.
Well, because one, Gurley wasn't like fully healthy, and 2, Jared Goff wasn't himself like in 2018, like how he was more play action from him and more touchdowns out of him. Hell, he threw 4,500 in passing yards compared to like last. It was good. They took a major step back. Aaron Donald was still great.
Oh yeah, Aaron Donald's still Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald is still Aaron Donald.
Yeah. I think he's the only one that can tackle Jimmy Garoppolo, like, out of any, like, D-line, he can get to him the most. So that was gonna be my next. That was gonna be my next thing. We transition from Seattle, and let's talk about your 49ers. Now, I do want to ask you, how long you was a 49ers fan?
I was like 7 years old, man.
Like, so he was there.
I'm not one of these. So I'm not one of these. I'm 40 years old, obviously. So to kind of give some backstory. My father, a lot of people are fans of the team their father's a fan of, right? Or their uncle, or aunt, or whatever else. My dad ain't really a football guy. I mean, he is, but he's not really a football guy, right? But my aunt was a huge Dallas Cowboys fan. And we would watch. I would go over there on Sundays. My father, my family, go with my aunts, my grandmothers. We would watch football, Sunday dinner. You know how it was back in the day. And the Niners was playing the Dallas Cowboys. I think like 87 or 86 or something like that. I think in a regular season game. And I wanted to root for the team my aunt wasn't rooting for because she was scoring off to Dallas. I'm gonna root for the team and have to be the Niners. And ever since then, they were winning. They had Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. They had Roger Craig.
He was a beast.
They were winning. I'm not gonna sit here and say.
I knew they was winning because they beat my Bengals, even though I wasn't born. They beat my Bengals. When I heard about that story, I was like, who beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl? They said,
I was 9 years old. Yeah. So
how many yards they went down?
It went 90 yards. 90 yards. I remember that game. I remember watching that game. I remember the whole drive. I was 9 years old when they won. So I'm not one of these Niner fans who came out the woodwork in high school and liked them. And they were good when I liked them. They were good, but I was also a Niner fan when we had Dennis Erickson as our coach and Tom and Mike Nolan and Mike Singletary. And when we were bad for 9 years, I mean, just terrible for 9 years. And Trent Dilfer was our quarterback, and when we drafted Alex Smith, and he had 5 offensive coordinators in 5 years. And so I can go on and on and on. So I was there when Tom Sula was the coach. We fired when Harbaugh left, and I'm that fan. I'm a Niner fan. I'm faithful. I'm a faithful.
I see it. I see it in your heart. I see it in your heart. You're a big Niners fan, And this is now. This I wanted to ask. Now I just wanted to ask you now. Steve Young reported last week that Jimmy Garoppolo has to earn Kyle Shanahan's trust, and to me, I'm thinking about do even Kyle Shanahan even trust this quarterback? I mean, y'all trained for him. He went 5-2 in his the 7 starts that he played. Yeah. He showed a lot of potential. Yeah. But now I'm talking to a real Niners fan, and you, Mr. Christian Bradley. Do you believe that Kyle Shanahan doesn't trust Jimmy G?
Yeah, I believe he trusts him. If they didn't trust him, Tom Brady wanted to go to San Francisco. Tom Brady wanted to be there. So what makes sense? Do you trade Garoppolo back to New England to get Tom Brady and maybe another pick for 2 years? For 2 years, just to have him learn another system, just to get, do you do that? Do you draft another quarterback? I mean, we didn't draft any quarterbacks in the draft this year. Draft a quarterback with a fourth or fifth round pick. Do you keep on? I mean, people, again, my quarterback is probably one of the most hated quarterbacks. I don't understand why. Now, again, he did not show up in money time Super Bowl. I will definitely be the first person to admit that he did not show up in winning time.
Yeah.
He didn't show up. He overthrew in about 5 yards. He was I think 3-for-11 in the fourth quarter. We were up 20-10 with 8 minutes left, and he did not show up. However, there's a silver lining to everything. And is it? Oh, very much so. Very much so. He had 3,900 yards passing, 27 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Off the torn ACL, if I may add. Okay? So
week 3 against the Super Bowl champs.
Yes. Yeah. He tore it week 4 in 2018-19 season. So again, let's give credit where credit is due. We are a run-heavy offense. Okay. Yeah. And also let to be completely transparent with you as well. Clear too. You look at Matt Ryan's stats the first year that he was under Kyle Shanahan in Atlanta. He had very similar stats to Jimmy Garoppolo his first year as a starter this year. Very similar stats. The second year, look it up.
Even with Julio?
Even with Julio, he had very similar stats. The first year, Kyle Shanahan was his offensive coordinator. Very similar stats to Garoppolo. The second year he was a starter, MVP, Super Bowl, and didn't lose to New England that year, but he's MVP. My quarterback will be top 5 MVP in the top 5 MVP. So mark my words, take it to the back.
Oh my gosh. Hey, I'm loving this confidence. Hey, you know, Chris, I love your confidence. I'm loving it. But everybody go follow Wise Guys on Facebook, Wise Guys, Instagram, These Guys Know Sport, and Twitter, WiseGuys_08. Man, bro, Chris, I'm loving your confidence. But you just say, like, let me see. Kyle Shanahan was with Matt Ryan for 2 years, right?
2 years. So his first year that he was there. Look at Matt Ryan's stats.
Oh, I'm looking at
stats. You're looking at them, and what you see?
2016, he threw almost 5,000 yards, 38-7. Jimmy G doing that?
Absolutely. No. Hold on. You're saying the MVP season? Is it MVP
that
season?
Is 2000. Yeah, that's the MVP season.
Okay, I'm asking you to look at so what I'm saying is it'll be probably around 4,200 yards.
I'm looking at the MVP season. He has 4,944 yards with 38.
Now, in our offense, that probably we don't have a receiver as dynamic as Julio.
Yeah.
Now our tight end is the best tight end in football. Okay, so we're going to need obviously receivers to step up. We are a run-heavy offense. Okay, we're going to be run-heavy offense. He will have between 4,000, about 4,300 yards passing, about between 28 to about 35 touchdowns.
We're talking about Jimmy Garoppolo.
Mark my words. And he will have probably, again, Jimmy Garoppolo was top 10 in 5 major quarterback categories. He had more touchdowns than Deshaun Watson. He had more yards passing, better passing percentage, better QB rating.
Yeah. You got a point.
Let's now everybody talking about the scheme in the offense. You're paid to execute in that scheme.
Yeah.
You're paid to execute in that scheme. Talk about Richard Sherman. He only played left side of the field. That's the scheme. He's the best at what he does in that scheme.
He's the best zone corner. Let's say that.
So what? He's the best at what he does in that scheme. He's paid to lock down the left side of the field. That's what he does year in and year out.
Here's my thing. Jimmy G, I believe Jimmy G is he's a average, above average quarterback because he got talent in his game, Chris. I'm not gonna like the game against the Saints. He was phenomenal. I think that was probably his best game in his career, in my opinion, because he was just executing every drive, every minute. It was touchdown, field goal, touchdown, and George Kittle sealed the catch with a face mask. Yeah, I think Jimmy G is very talented. I really do. But we're coming into the 2020 season, and George Kittle, he's in his last year of his contract. Do you believe he should be the highest paid tight end in the NFL?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you think that Kelsey or Hooper is better, or Ertz? Or
look, I like Kelsey. But George is the better because he's a better all arounder. He's a great blocker out of the three that you
exactly.
But the receiving end, I'm taking Kelsey, man. I'm taking Kelsey. Hey. But look, Kittle can run routes, but Kelsey can run them better, in my opinion, man.
So right after the catch, you take Kelsey over Kittle.
The thing, yeah. Oh yeah, I still take Kelsey. Look, Kittle is an athletic. He got better athleticism, but Kelsey, he got great hands. He got better hands.
Kittle doesn't.
What?
And George don't.
George got good hands, but I'm taking Travis, man. I'm taking Travis.
Take him all you want to. All I'm telling you is that George Kittle is the best tight end in football. All around, best hands, best feet, best toe tap, whatever you want to call it. He's the best tight end in football. And I don't understand why and not to mention, his peers say the best tight end in football. I got 4 Niners in the top 100 voted in by their peers. So it's interesting that average fans, casual fans like you and me, Like you,
Bosa, yeah, Nick Bosa was amazing. I will.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Fred Warner, my middle linebacker, amazing.
Yeah, Greenlaw. I like Greenlaw too.
I like Dre. He gonna do good things for us. I like Dre.
Fred. I like Fred. Fred's
gonna be a perennial Pro Bowler for years to come. Covered to do it all for us. But I'm telling you.
I don't like the safety situation. I don't like y'all safety situation.
You don't like Tartan Ward?
He's a hard hitter. He's a good hitter.
So give you a stat here. You don't understand this. If you look at, so we were dominant the first 9 games, I want to say, as far as the first 8 or 9 games, we were dominant, right?
Yeah.
Look, I think from the Saints game, I think until the Atlanta game, we gave up about 24 to 25 yards. I'm sorry, points a game those games. But then we went like 6-2. We still gave a lot of points. You know why? Because Jaworski Tart was hurt those 4 of those 6 games.
Oh, you bringing some San Francisco statistics.
You know what I'm saying? Jaworski Tart was hurt, and we had Marcel Harris, who did have a good strip against Lamar Jackson in the Baltimore game. But
that was a good game.
A good game. But my point is that we had some pieces missing, and then obviously things come back into play for us, and we got so healthy for the stretch run, and we had the eventual Super Bowl champion. We made my homeboy look very ordinary the first 54 minutes of that game. He looked very ordinary. He had 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
Yeah,
and unfortunately,
Trey was, as Trey said, the 49ers was dominating, man.
We were dominating. Very, very, very sad. Very, very, very tough day.
I wish Trey was on here, because he's a big Packers fan, and y'all played him on a Thursday night. I think a Thursday night for this season.
Sunday night.
Oh, Sunday night.
You mean this season or last season?
No, this season. I thought this season they played. I think a Thursday night. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I wanted to just rub it in his face, like, man, Green Bay ain't nothing, man.
They not.
But we got to move on. We got to move on to the next topic, man.
Sure.
So a few days ago, Lou Williams, he's serving a 10-day quarantine because he left the bubble, and reports would say that he went to Magic City in Atlanta to get some wings.
Right.
And I just want to hear your personal opinion on that. What was your reaction to that situation?
I think it's just really selfish, honestly. Where I feel like that is that, like Shannon Sharp made a good point. Made a great point. I ain't really Kevin Perkins' point was but Shannon Sharp point was very, very valid to me. Was that you have everybody sacrificing, not going out to their favorite restaurants, not going to certain. They going like Zion Williamson went to a situation and came back. Everybody's A to B. Nobody's taking any detours. Everybody's A to B. And for Lou Williams, again, he wouldn't have got caught unless somebody, somebody videotaped him and taped him, I guess, and that's why he got caught. But everybody wants to get wings. Everybody want to get, go to their favorite restaurant. Everybody want to go see their girl or their side chick or.
Yeah, they've been sneaking. It was reports they were sneaking women inside.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Orlando.
A lot of cats ain't really taking this. The thing is this: you got some of the most. Okay, so somebody on a 5-year, $50 million contract.
Right.
Okay. Guaranteed money. What about that 12th man? That guy at the end of the bench, fighting for a roster spot, only getting $500,000 to $1 million, or it was $2 million or something. It's still a lot of money, but we don't know what's we don't know what he got going on. He fighting for a roster spot, trying to get on, trying to hopefully get meaningful time, and obviously, or you got teams like the Clippers and the Lakers, or the Celtics who have championship aspirations.
Yeah,
now you're going to do this. That could jeopardize your aspirations or your seeding in the playoffs. I just think that, Lou, he made a point. He made a comment to Albert Kinderberg saying, "This is my 15th. Look, I've never been in no trouble." I get that, bro. You're absolutely right. However, and I'm not far be me telling a grown man what to do, but when it's a team sport, and people are relying on you, you gotta do what's best for the team. This ain't tennis. This ain't boxing. This ain't fencing.
Yeah.
This ain't golf. You know, people are relying on you because you're a cog in the wheel. And your 19 points a game is going to be missed. Now they got to rely on Jared Dudley, or he went for the Lakers. I'm sorry, or rely on Marcus Morris, who's still a monster, but he ain't Lou Williams. You know, you got to rely on guys who won't necessarily be able to step in and do what he does. It's domino effect. I mean, again, that's my opinion on it.
That leads into my next question, as you brought up the LA Clippers team. So do you how bad it's going to affect him not being on the Clippers team? Because their the game opener against the Lakers. Yeah, it's tomorrow at 9:00 on TNT. How bad how is absence going to affect the team, the Clippers team?
I think it affects a lot because he does a lot for him. Now Doc is a great coach. He'll make adjustments. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this guy, same guy who had Bo Outlaw and them on Orlando back in the late 90s. It was one game. Yeah, right. It was one Scott Skiles, Bo Outlaw, all them. It was one game away from the playoffs. So he knows how to coach and get the best out of his players, right? But still, 19 points a game, and Lou Williams is an offense.
Third most on the team.
Yeah, he's a very, very, very intricate part of that team, what they do. So I really feel like even though Doc is going to coach them up and going to make sure they are in a position to win, 19 points a game is still a lot of points to lose. And, even though they're deep with Marcus Morris and they're deep with Reggie Jackson and some other guys, and the other brother, who I forgot his brother's name with the dreads, the other 7-man come off the bench.
Montrezl.
Yeah. They're deep. They're deep.
But they're deep.
Yeah, but Lou has experience. There's certain things that he has that does not, that as experience other people don't have. So, I think it's going to affect them, especially now the Lakers got Deion Waiters and got, picked up J.R. Smith, and they got deeper on the perimeter. So, it's going to definitely affect what they do.
Yeah, I agree. I think when you lose your basically the best bench scorer in the league, in my opinion, that it affects your team because it gives Kawhi a breathing. It gives Paul George a breathing.
Yeah, exactly.
It gives them, and honestly gives them another scorer. It gives them another scorer that can contribute.
Absolutely.
They can contribute, score, facilitate, whatever. And he's missing the first two games. I think that the Clippers gonna have to change the game plan and figure out Doc, like you said, Doc's good at bringing out the best out of people. So they gonna have to figure out who would be the next big up scorer that they're coming off the bench. Because like you said, they is deep. So I don't think it should be a big it won't affect them big. But if it do, then it's a win-win for me because I got LA winning anyway, LA Lakers. So
okay.
So,
yeah. Do you really?
Yeah, that was gonna lead us to our next topic. We was gonna I wanted to ask you now, Mr. Christian Bradley, who you think the current best team in the NBA?
This is gonna be very controversial.
If it's gonna be very, let me get my debate face on.
It's gonna be very controversial. Very controversial. I honestly think that the best team in the NBA from probably I'll say the Boston Celtics. This is why I say the Boston Celtics. This is why. The Boston Celtics from 1 through 4 are literally 4 perennial all-stars. You got Kemba, Jaylen Brown. That Tatum boy is a bad man.
He's a bad man.
As Stephen A. Smith said. That boy was training with Kobe. And Jaylen Brown, his game has really got to another level this year, too. Jaylen Brown to put it together. But Tatum, and I love Kemba. Kemba got that.
He's like sweet barbecue chicken.
I love Kemba. I love him since UConn. Kemba to me, I love his game. And I really feel like Brad Stevens, the coach has really done a good job. They plug and play. I think they're on the lock from last year. Gordon Hayward is now healthy. I think I've always liked Gordon's game. He got a lot of wiggle to his game, a lot of chocolate to his game, a little smooth. I like Gordon and Butler. You know, they obviously played championship game 2 years in a row. He's at Butler. So, I mean, again, I think when it comes to a pretty good bench, obviously losing what's my guy? Losing my guy
Horford. Al Horford.
Yeah, Al Horford was obviously a blow, but it replenished and got some good bench help. I really think that the Boston Celtics, if they can stop Giannis, that's the thing. If they can stop Giannis, I really feel like the Boston Celtics will be a dark horse pick out of the East. And I really feel like I feel like they match up very well. They match up very well with I think with the Lakers, and they match up very well with the Clippers. That's just my opinion. I feel Boston is my dark horse pick, and
I can't believe it.
Hey, how I feel about it.
Everybody that's listening to Wise Guys, Mr. Christian Brownlee believes the Boston Celtics are the best team in the NBA.
I do. Yes.
You know what's funny? Mr. Trey Larkins, Trey actually believed that the Boston Celtics is coming out the Eastern Conference. I said, bruh, I said this. You need to get drug tests, and Mr. Bradley, you might need to get drug tests too. Listen, like you said, Giannis is the most first of all, it's the best player in the NBA right now. Right now, he's about to get his consecutive MVP. And third of all, his team got the best record in the NBA. And believe it or not, Milwaukee beat Boston in 5 games last year. Did they? With Al Horford and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart. I got Milwaukee coming out the bet. Milwaukee is the best team in the NBA, and I got them coming out the Eastern Conference Final. Giannis is a freak of nature, and I love the support that he has on the team right there with Chris Middleton. Bleachers even think he's a top 10 player in the NBA. So you got to go off that. He's a good legit scorer, and they got a lot of trees with the Lopez brothers, and Bledsoe's a good point guard. I think this Bucks team can come out the Eastern Conference, man. They have the better chance. Man. That's how I'm looking at it.
Done?
Yeah.
Are you done? Or
yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm just letting you know.
Okay. So I'm liking Giannis to a young LeBron. Okay. Go to the basket either hand. Go to mainly right with Giannis, like it was LeBron. Can shoot. And I feel like this. The best player in the NBA to me, the best player in the NBA is Kawhi Leonard. He's the best player in the NBA to me.
Yeah, he's a top 2 player in the league.
I think he's the best. I think he's the best overall player in the NBA. I'm sorry. He's the best when it comes to offense and defense. I love his mid-range. And there's nothing he can't do. Post game is crazy.
It's so basic.
I'm a throwback guy. I love the golden era basketball where you had to have a post game, you had to have a mid-range game. It wasn't just throwing threes up and dunking and lobbing. I like cats who actually have some skill. I want them old school guys who actually feels that the NBA now is not as it was back in the 90s. I'm just one of them guys who feel that way. Guys are more athletic now, but they're not as skilled as they were back in the 90s. This is my opinion, early 2000s. However, another compliment of the day. I just feel like Kawhi, when it comes to Kawhi, locked down Giannis last year. When Kawhi's what 6'7", 6'8", Giannis is what 7 foot, 6'11".
He's literally saying,
and he locked him down last year because Giannis is pretty much he's athletic. He can't shoot. He shoots a little bit better than he did last year. But
it's more like his shot is more confident now.
Yeah, it's more. But Giannis can't. Can Giannis create his own shot off the dribble besides a dunk or a spin move to the dunk? I mean, you can't let him get too deep because he don't dunk on you. But if you keep off the paint, is he effective? And I feel like Kawhi showed us last year. Now, is there a defender on Boston who like Kawhi? Not necessarily. I mean, I think Marcus Smart is, but Marcus Smart is what 6'1", 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah, I think he's 6'3", 6'4".
So he's the Eastern Conference Patrick Beverly kind of maybe. No, not as ferocious, but he's a good defender.
No, I think he's like a real live perimeter defender. Like he's a good defender. He's scared to guard you. He can steal the ball real good, and I think he's one of the best defenders at his position.
I agree. I think he's more like a Tony Allen, like more of a Tony Allen, what Tony Allen was in his prime, lock you up. the top of the. But he's not 6'8". He's 6'4", 6'3". Give Giannis problems, absolutely. But he's not going to be able to stop us from getting 35 a game for the playoff game. Now, obviously, we saw that Kawhi did that last year, and if somebody on the Celtics can actually take that assignment, a Jaylen Brown maybe, and give him some trouble, and that's a big if. That's a big if.
Yeah, a big if.
If.
The young bucks, the what's the one guy? Greg Williams and Rico Williams. They some big guys too, man. They can earn that assignment, even though I'm gonna be like, Christian, man.
I just feel like this for Giannis, man, and we saw this, and we saw this with LeBron before he went to Miami, and I hate putting LeBron and MJ in the same sentence because there is no comparison there. There is no comparison, but there ain't no comparison there. But
hey, you're an old school player. I respect that, man.
Ain't no comparison with, and I'm not gonna put the GOAT with LeBron. I mean, it's whatever. My point is that he's been able to add something else to your game, in my opinion, to elevate your game in winning time. And I feel like unless Giannis adds a mid-range jump shot, a pull-up jump shot, so he's not getting his butt whooped when he goes to the paint. Now again, basketball like it was in the 90s and mid-2000s where you could get bugged in the paint. It ain't like that anymore. However, defenses can collapse on you. Like we saw what the Celtics did with LeBron back in now again, because they have KG, they have Paul Pierce. But we did see where teams were like perfect example, Dallas Mavericks against LeBron in the 2011 finals. It collapsed on them.
Yeah, definitely.
They collapsed. I mean, you can name a lot.
I can't believe they made Dirk Nowitzki like pick up on the defense. I used to be thinking like Dirk is not a defender, but they made him slide his feet.
Yeah. You want to win, you got to slide your feet. You got to win. You want to win, you got to slide your feet.
Yeah.
And I feel like with Giannis, I feel like if they just stay in front of him, make it tough. Make him have. If he has 30, make him go take 30 shots to get 30. I'm gonna have 30 for 15 shots.
Right.
And then 10 free throws. Make him have a tough 30. Off of 30, off of 25 or 30 shots.
So that leads into the next question. So who you have like right now is winning the NBA Finals? Who you think will win the NBA Finals in your opinion? You got the Trey said Clippers too, man. Trey, man, y'all. I know the Clippers is loaded, but I just think LeBron and them, they're more experienced, and I think this is their year. But it's keys and flaws to beat that Lakers team. But you said the Clippers because I see you think Kawhi Leonard's the best player.
I'm gonna tell you why. I think that when it comes down to coaching, now does Frank Vogel got Jason Kidd on his bench, and I think Lionel Hollins on the bench. He got some guys, obviously, who has experience as coach. But to me, LeBron runs that team. Like any team LeBron is on, he runs that team. Okay, so
he's the system.
He is the system. Okay. Doc Rivers, in my opinion, is I think it's a fact. He's a better coach than Frank Vogel. He has better assistants than Frank Vogel. I think overall he has a better team than the Lakers overall. Now, there's a LeBron factor there, but I really feel like I think the Lakers are 1-2 against the Clippers this year, or
1-2.
Are they 1-2?
Yeah,
I just really feel like so. I think 2 of those games Paul George didn't play. So
he played the game they lost.
Yeah. So my point is.
No, I think he did. I think he
played the game. I think he played the game that the Lakers won.
On Christmas, right?
No, Christmas. Clippers won both. They won open night and on Christmas because Stephen A. Smith was going crazy.
I think because Paul George
not on TV, huh?
It was times that Kawhi Leonard was guarding AD, and he had AD doing nothing.
That's my point. Like they got to me. I think AD is soft.
Yeah,
I think he's soft. I think LeBron cries too much. To be that big, I think he cries too much. LeBron have his butt in the paint, in my opinion, man. Why is your post game? He do that whack. What do you do? Look away and do that and stuff.
Hey, I can tell you just don't like that. You don't like that.
It's just terrible to watch. Like, what are you like? He does this, and he.
Hold up. I got you,
Like,
Chris.
what is that? Like, what are you
Chris.
doing?
He's looking at it like.
He look at his hand first, and you know what he's doing. Look at his hand first, and
man, hey,
like,
that move. I can honestly say that move is effective. It's effective. Hey, Christian, man, I'm just being honest, man. Hey, but hey, let's move on to the next fun topic. Okay, so I've been like doing this chart of the top 10 receivers, and I've been breaking down like who is a top 10, who is a top 5. I've been looking at the Keenan Allen little situation. He think he's a top 10 receiver, but the focus is not on him. People believe that Tyreek Hill is a top 5 receiver. Now, Christian, do you believe Mr. Tyreek Hill is a top 5 receiver?
He's fast. What route tree does he run? He runs down the field. He runs go routes. He runs go routes. Or they might get him in space.
He do verticals and he do post skinnies.
Yeah, okay. So he runs 2 routes.
I'm throwing out routes to you though, but Tyreek Hill, he got his own routes. Mahomes, like, yeah, he got his own.
So Tyreek Hill to me is a product of a system. We all say he's excellent in that system, right? He has a quarterback that's dynamic. He has a coach that gets him open. He runs. He's not Odell Beckham. He's not Jarvis Landry. He ain't Antonio Brown. He ain't Julio.
Hey! You can't compare him to Antonio Brown and Julio, man.
I said he's not.
All right.
Yeah, I'm saying Tyreek Hill was not. Tyreek Hill to me is like a second tier receiver. You know what I'm saying? The second tier guy. Yeah. He's just fast. I mean, again, I'm not speed kills, man. Speed kills, but I ain't never seen Tyreek Hill put somebody in the mix. I ain't never seen Tyreek Hill stop on a dime and somebody go that way. He there. I've never seen that before.
But Tyreek Hill made a lot of contested catches though, and you know, in 2018,
he's a hell of an athlete.
Well, since 2018, him and Patrick Mahomes got the most touchdowns together with 21.
I believe it.
So I think he's very effective. And when you look at Tyreek Hill, you can see so much like you can do with him. You can line him up in a wildcat. You can line him up anywhere, and I think he's effective anywhere without having a quarterback. Like he did punt returns, so he was very effective in that.
That's what he started off doing. That's what he started doing punt returns. He started off doing right. He was a punt returner first because he's fast.
Yeah.
But again, I am not. Again, Cheetah, he's a bad boy. He's fast. He's a bad man. But when he starts saying that he's like Mike Smith, when he's DeAndre Hopkins, when he's talking about, you know, when he's think of somebody again, Odell, Landry, Diggs, Thielen. You know,
yeah, Thielen is very underrated, but he don't
very underrated.
He don't underrated.
Like,
yeah,
I mean, hell, Julian Edelman, in my opinion, is a better route runner. Hold up,
okay,
is a better route runner than Tyreek Hill. He ain't a better athlete. He's a better athlete. I mean, but when it comes to getting open, Edelman gets open. I mean, this little 5'9", 5'10", former quarterback. Now, yes, is he playing in the system? Yes, but still, I mean, come on, like Tyreek is a go route. He runs goals and he runs post. You ain't seeing him doing no dig routes and go. You ain't seeing him doing no slants. He's not doing no out. He run the route tree?
Yeah. So look, I agree with you right there. He's a dynamic player. So my next question was, do you believe he's the most important piece to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense?
No, I think that Kelsey is. Actually, you know what?
Wow.
Actually, no. I think that Andy Reid is. I think Andy Reid is. Let me tell you why. Obviously, coaches make schemes. Coaches make players better. Do I think Patrick Mahomes will be the same quarterback he is somewhere else? Probably pretty dynamic, pretty good. He's a good quarterback.
Yeah, I think mindset would probably be different.
Yeah, but I think Andy Reid gets the best out of his players. Look what he did to Donovan McNabb's career. Look what he did to Brian Mitchell. Look what he did to all these guys in Philly. I mean, Michael
Four
Vick,
straight divisional.
They went to four straight, NFC Championship games.
Yeah.
Could get over the hump, but people forget about that. What happened in Philadelphia when he was there? You know what I'm saying? So, I think that Andy Reid is the most important cog in the Chiefs' wheel. You know what I'm saying? They are an offside penalty away from D Ford, who's my Niners, by the way, from being in 2 Super Bowls in 2 years. So let's Tyreek Hill to me is not he's dynamic, he's exciting to watch, but to me he's not a top receiver. He's fast. Now, again, he's a hell of an athlete.
I'm gonna make sure,
but
I'm gonna make sure the network remember what you said. Tyreek Hill is not a top 5 receiver. You said.
You think he's top 5?
I think he's a top 5 receiver.
Okay. Do you think he's better than Julio?
No. Julio. Odell's not. I don't think Odell's a top 5 receiver anymore.
Julio, Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown, man, he just dealing with some stuff outside. But
I'm talking about talent.
Oh, talent-wise?
Just talent. Not extracurricular activities, not CTC and all the other stuff he's on. No, I ain't talking about. I'm talking about talent. Talent.
Okay, I'm gonna give you my list real quick. I'll say Julio. If we're talking about talent-wise, even the players that's not even like Antonio Brown still, I think it's Antonio Brown, Julio, DeAndre Hopkins, Odell. This is just for talent. And Tyreek Hill. I think he's dynamic, like you said, man. You can line him up anywhere on the field, and he's very effective. I think he gives Mahomes that extra vertical deep threat. Like that's his reliable deep threat. I feel like that's his reliable deep threat, Christian, man. And he's more valuable to like any receiver on that team.
So Keenan Allen ain't in your top 5.
Look, Keenan Allen is a top 10 receiver.
Mike Evans ain't in there either.
Man, I love Mike
Godwin
Evans.
in there.
Who?
Chris Godwin in there. Mike Evans ain't in there.
Man, Chris Godwin. I would not look. I'll put
Mike Smith ain't in there.
Look, we said from a talented perspective.
So Mike Smith ain't in there from the Saints?
Yeah, you talking about Michael Thomas.
I'm talking Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas ain't in there from the Saints?
Hey, look, Michael Thomas, look, I say he was the best. If you watch this, I say he was the best receiver. But I just think like Tyreek Hill is more dynamic than them players that you named. Like you can do more with Tyreek Hill than them receivers that you just named.
Okay, I got a question for you. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. 45 minutes left, 45 seconds left in the game. On the Saints 30-yard line, 3rd and 7. Or on KC's 30-yard line.
Yeah.
You think who you throwing the ball to? Tyreek Hill or Kelsey? 3rd and 7. Move the chains. I need a first down. Move the chains. Who you throwing the ball to? Tyreek Hill or Kelsey?
You're right. Look. Kelsey is more reliable. I give you that. But listen, it's been proven that Tyreek Hill gave them a big splash, a big play. He caught clutch passes like against Baltimore from two.
He caught one against us too when we had the blown cover on 3rd and 6.
Yeah, that too. Hey, that's not his fault. That was your team fault for blown cover right there. I know you was like shaking my head.
That was the game. That was the damn game.
Oh man, yeah, I lost a lot of money. I'm like, your 49ers made me lose some money. That right there, I was like.
But my point is that I just think Tyreek Hill made some big plays.
Yeah.
Not discounting that. What I'm saying is that if it's 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 6, with I need somebody to move the chains and make a move on one-on-one coverage and get open. I don't think Tyreek Hill, because what they do with Tyreek Hill is have him over the top, right? Over the top. I don't think Tyreek Hill will be able to run a route that's going to get him open underneath.
A slant?
I don't think he'll be able to do it. I've never seen him do it. Have you seen him do it?
It all depends who's the corner. It all depends. In my opinion, it all depends who's the corner.
Okay.
If you deal with a man-to-man,
if Gilmore,
I know you was
Richard Sherman is guarding 3rd and 7. You honestly think that Richard Sherman or Gilmore is gonna let him get a first down?
He has in my opinion, he has probably a better chance to getting on Sherman than Gilmore, because Gilmore is a little younger, he's a little faster, and Tyreek Hill, he got quick feet. That's just me, man.
You don't think Sherman's smarter?
Huh?
You don't think Sherman's smarter? He's one of the smartest players in the league.
I know Sherman was smart, man, because he gave Andy Dalton his first interception. Like, I remember that. I know Sherman is smart. He's a good zone corner.
And I don't deny that. I don't try to get in the debate about.
But 16 pass deflections from Stephon Gilmore, you can't deny that, man. That's impressive.
Can't deny it. But Sherman, I think, had 10 and 3 interceptions and 49%. I think passer rating to his side, I think, was like 20% passer rating, and I think it was like 49% completion percentage.
That's good. That's good right there. Hey,
and he's 32 years old.
Yeah.
Off the torn Achilles from 2 years ago.
Hey, that's old head Sherman.
I can talk about torn Achilles. I tore my Achilles back in 2012, and I ain't been the same since. And I was 32 years old. I've been basketball since then.
Hey, Christian, man. Hey, I'm loving your enthusiastic on the show, man. But hey, we got one more topic before we let you go. But hey, you heard in the news now that Mike Tyson and Roy Jones is going to be boxing September the 12th in California. I think it's in California. Hey, who are you rooting for, man? Come on, who are you rooting for?
You know what, man? Being that I've just picked up boxing, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, man, I was a nerd growing up, man. I'm a lover and a fighter, man. I ain't never really had no real fights in my life.
Yeah.
And I've gotten to scuffles with people, you know what I'm saying? But I never really like threw them hands before. And being that I just started picking up boxing like in April, I got so much respect for those guys, man, how much they work out and everything, and what they do. And to see Mike Tyson doing what he is doing. And again, I do boxing 3 days a week. I do 3 rounds, I do 8 rounds, 6 or 8 rounds, 2 minute on the mitt work. Shout out to Motown and CLS Fitness for the work. What I'm telling you, man, this is after my work. This is after my workout. I'm doing the 6 rounds, 2 minutes. And I'm telling you, to do what he's doing, how fast he is.
We were talking about Mike Tyson, right?
I ain't seen Roy, so I can't really say who I want. To see Mike Tyson doing what he's doing, unless Roy Jones, man, has been training and get back to getting what we need to get to. And I know they're wearing headgear and exhibition, which is going to save Roy a lot of trouble based on what I'm seeing. Because nobody has seen Roy. Nobody has seen him, right? I haven't seen him. Have you seen him?
Yeah, man, look, I seen Roy Jones. Look, I seen a little quick jab. I said, man, that ain't enough for Mike, man. I think it was a Mimi that it was saying like, hey, Roy, you got to come faster than that because Mike, he don't go down easy, man.
And this dude, so Clarence, give you some stuff, bro. They got me. So my trainers got me doing. I'm ducking again, man. I'm learning some stuff, man. I'm learning how to.
Right.
Man, listen. I've been doing this for 4 months. And I ain't sparring nobody. I ain't got hit by nobody. I ain't did nothing like that, bro. Obviously, Mike Tyson been boxing for 40 years, right? 40 years he's been boxing. So this is what he does. He's a former undisputed heavyweight champion in the world.
So did you grow up, like, quick question, did you grow up watching Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was 7. My first Tyson, I think I was 7 or 8 years old. 87, I think I first saw him. And I remember the fight. I remember watching the fight.
Like a 3-second fight.
Yeah, I remember watching. I remember all the adults saying, "Oh hell no!" because it paid pay-per-view. It was done like in a minute. No, the first Tyson fight I watched was the Michael Spinks fight. I might have been 87 or 88. That was the first. 88. It's 88. Yeah, that was the first fight I remember watching vividly because again, I was in there with my mother, and my mother was in there, and I remember watching it. And I remember going to the bathroom. And I remember all the adults going nuts because it was over with the men's match. And they paid $55 and back in 1988. That was a lot of money. $55
that's an easy
to watch
finesse
them
right there.
10.5 boxing match, Casper starting. So yeah, I remember. To answer your question, Clarence, I honestly think that Mike Tyson is going to beat the.
He's going to beat the crap out of him.
Beat the crap out of Roy Jones. I don't see it any other way.
One thing before we for the show ends, man. I think this fight is going to be. It's probably going to get out of hand, man. Because Iron Mike, I think he still got it, man. Iron Mike can throw a punch. Yep. I am not about to get in a ring with Mike Tyson. I was watching his workout this weekend, and I was looking at his interviews. And people were just joking like he's frustrated. He's gonna beat the crap out of Roy Jones. And watching his workout videos, he's hitting his trainer in the stomach. Even though the trainer got some protect his stomach, he hitting him so hard. He's like, Mike, hold on. Yeah. Mike, hold on. I'm like, he feel those punches. Yeah. So. Man, for Roy Jones, man, I think he's a dead man.
Again, I haven't seen Roy, but no, I don't think anybody really has seen Roy.
Yeah.
And if Mike can go, I think it's what, 8? Is it 8 rounds? No, it's
8. Oh my! They should have made it a 5. It should have been 5.
And then we're in 8 rounds. I think it's gonna be fun to watch. I'm looking forward to looking at it, especially since now I've gotten into boxing a little bit and I've been doing it. Again, I'm not no boxing guru. I ain't no. Yeah. I'm doing it for workouts. I'm people be getting on me about my speed. I don't care about that. But 800 calories a workout. I don't care about speed. But I just respect what boxers go through, man. Again, I before the show today, I had my workout with Motown, and I'm not trying to plug, but I'm just gonna have my workout, and it was a 45-minute workout because I was trying to get here to make sure I'm on top of the show. And what I went through with that 45 minutes was grueling. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a workout, and you're swinging, and now you have to do the footwork and everything else. So I have so much respect, you know what I'm saying, for those guys, man. So it's dope.
Oh, hey, Christian, man. The show's about to end, and before we end, do you want to give out a big shout out for your information, your social media?
Sure. On Instagram is the Christian Bradley. On my Facebook is Christian Bradley. On my LinkedIn is Christian Bradley.
So all your names is Christian Bradley.
Yeah, everything is on Twitter. I'm not really a Twitter person. But again, Clarence, I appreciate.
I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Thanks a lot. I'd love to do it again sometime with you and Trey.
I'm gonna bring you back because you said Jimmy G is gonna be a vote in the MVP. So you definitely bring you back.
I want to come back after week 1 when my quarterback lights up the Arizona Cardinals at home, and I want when he has over 250, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 150 quarterback rating. I want to be on the show to talk about it.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Christian, man, for coming on the show, man.
Thanks for having me, brother. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, man. Hey, and make sure you have a good night, man.
You too, brother. Thank you so much.
No problem, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. So everybody remember, go follow Wise Guys on Facebook at Wise Guys, and Instagram, These Guys Know Sports, and Twitter, Wise Guys _OH. And make sure y'all ain't too lazy to subscribe to our YouTube page, man, Wise Guys. And we're here live on a Worldwide Sports Radio Network with your host, man, Clarence Nixon. See y'all later, man.